Nice, bro, nice. Oh my. Well, he high rolled like crazy. He spent like everything, but we had a couple of really good decisions in good turns, and yeah. Well played. Oh, well played, I guess. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Well, did pretty well.
Need help? Let's give you some extra time.
How much damage is it max? Like, 26,
I am almost
30, 39, 40 something. Who cares, bro? That is not even close to enough damage, then. That is not even close to enough damage. How you doing?
It is finished.
Woohoo! I think he's burning right there, like, down there, bro. Oh my god. I think that is like one of the best, like, possible even wins against Zarimi. Just to, like, for them not to be able to, to kill you. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is a new edition of a BBU Starship DK. And this edition specifically, I was thinking about like excluding a Morbid Swarm from this deck, because when we played a Triple Blood Starship DK, if you didn't, see the video, I guess you should check this out. But the whole idea there is that the only one cost card there was like an Orbital Moon in a Triple Blood. And it was more than enough for us to actually proc the Starship piece overall. But we had like a 2 mana cost spell there, and a 2 mana cost spell is like, for you to substitute that, you need to include something like an Infested Breast or something like this. I don't really like the substitution of that, like for like a Vampiric Blood for some kind of like Infested Breast. So I was thinking about like a Strats might actually like do the trick, because you usually have like Orbital Moon stuck in your hand until you actually get a Starship. So it's kind of like fine for you to have just an Orbital Moon as like a potential of a trigger. But in case you don't, like, you still have like a strat, it costs 1 more, it's not like such a big deal. But strat can be actually applicable for you if you have like a Poison Breath, but just like, struggle to find another wild Pyro. You might just like go Hero Power plus Poison Threats plus Poison Breath plus Threats, and this way you have 7 mana, but you will still clear the board. Threat might also be replicable against some kind of like tempo decks, something like a Rogue, something like a Giant Paladin. Because if you have like a kind of like a presence on the board with all of those Starship pieces, Chillfallen and all of the good stuff, strats might still clear, and that can that we found out like before when we played a Triple Blood and in BBU. We tried strats and it worked pretty well. And this deck, like, I was thinking about like a BBU Starship DK. And the only thing that is actually like, make it a little better, because you have like a couple of extra Starship pieces. However, you put it from Brittlebone, and you still have a Headless Horseman for you to actually be a little more, how you say it, like on a value side in a late game, right? And sometimes when you face a mirror, a Headless Horseman might actually make a difference if you play, for example, against another like Triple Blood or something. Headless Horseman might just like make the difference by itself. So, we have to try that out. Like, I'm pretty sure it will do pretty well so far, because like a Triple Blood Starship Death Knight was kind of like something else so far. And, guys, if you didn't sub yet, check out these stats right there. Only 11% of you guys are actually sub. Make sure to, to fix that thing for me. If all of you guys will just like, hit that sub button, we'll be, really fast up on the top, like, always top performing like YouTube streamers so far. But yeah, I would be glad for each one of you to actually hit that sub button. I would be glad of each one of you check the join button, right? Maybe you want to help a streamer out with a coin. Who knows? Like, if you ever wanted to thank a streamer, make sure to do so. But for now, let's jump right in. Against a warrior, interesting. Starship does pretty well against a warrior, like as far as I'm concerned. Nightmare Lord Xavius is probably something for us to keep here, because they will not like be this aggressive and this fast. And Nightmare Lord Xavius might just like give us a couple of Starship pieces, like with a TT copy, right? And that could be extremely crucial for us. Scarab Keychain, interesting. What kind of warrior is that though? Now I'm a little concerned though. Just slightly. What kind of warrior is that with a Scarab Keychain? Maybe some kind of like a Dragon ODK? I'm not sure. Most players gain empty mana crystal, okay. Okay, that was a pretty good roll. Next time, probably Nightmare Lord Xavius. Don't really want to, like, you know, to proc that Cine yet, but we'll see what happens. Battle Cries triggered twice is extremely important. That is extremely important though. Because we might get a Kil'jaeden out of their hand at some point, when their, like, you know, deck and hand will be kind of like empty. Okay, gives us a mana crystal, thank you. Oh, clears. Nice. Nice clear, bro. You can take this out. It's not like a problem though. Well, actually, sure. Well, I want that. Like, do I want that?
I'm thinking.
I kind of want to draw, you know? Or maybe, like, you know, clears that off a little later. Let's see what happens. Maybe he'll proc like a spell burst here, maybe not. We'll see. I guess that's still a Terran, but why would you play a Scarab Keychain? Not really sure. Why would you play that? Can do a Starship piece here. It's not like a huge deal. It's like, why not, right? Let's do that. Let's throw away some cards and force him to actually like do something, you know? Maybe he'll have like a spell here. Who knows? But if he didn't like do that before, I'm not sure if he has that. Well, I guess he does, right? One cost. Okay. He probably doesn't know how the death rattle works here. All you can need, okay. All you can need, Maybe that's a weird, I don't know. Maybe that's a weird Mac list, I'm not sure, like, actually. Is Odin even, like, present? Should be. Safety goggles. Shield Slime. What kind of Pokemon are you, bro? All you can name? So it's Marine there, another Hostile Invader probably. Let's do something like this for now. Couple of Dirty Rats for us. Kil'jaeden is a demon, right? But a Hostile Invader is also a demon. So he might not like have Kil'jaeden guaranteed in his hand right now, so I don't really have to like, you know, try with a Dirty Rat. But we have a full board clear, we have like a couple of dirty rats, we have a wild pyro plus a poison breath. We can just like, you know, kill whatever comes out, except like probably another engine of Yore if it comes out though. Oh, probably just like wait for him to actually do that. As well, 5-7, yeah, okay. Not too bad. A pity, but it is what it is. We need to play a couple of cards. And that's a slight problem, that we need to play a couple of cards. We have a full board clear with reds here. He doesn't have huge towns right away, so will not be applicable for quite a while. What if we actually try Dirty Rats and full board clear without a wild pyro plus a poison breath? That is actually pretty nice, I think. Let's do exactly that. I think. Invader. There you go, Kil'jaeden. Let's go, full board clear. Brittlebone for us. Not sure I kind of want it. I kind of want to keep it for better times. He doesn't have a Kil'jaeden and we have to take it slow. Oh, well, I actually had to play it, right? I forgot about like an action of Yore here. Oh my god. Well, he doesn't have a Kil'jaeden. They're kind of like winning big time, but yeah, that was probably a mistake not to play Brittlebone here. Because he might just like, you know, burn an Exodar all of a sudden, or some Starship piece. Don't really want that to happen. Don't really want to burn anything against, except like Sanguine Infestation. Nice. Nice, bro, nice. Oh my. That was, you know, that was an interesting decision to make, and we actually rolled it out. That's pretty sweet so far. His win condition is kind of like over, because he cycles through the deck really fast. Doesn't have like anything to play. Pretty sweet. I'm not sure what kind of Pokemon that was though. It was kind of like a control. Control that concentrates like control without Terran synergy, maybe. Maybe. Well, there was a high chance for him to actually have a Kil'jaeden at that point because he actually drew a demon, right? That's, we know, kind of like almost for sure. Poison Brass. I think we have to actually keep it. Like, as weird as it sounds, it can be like, you know, a high rollish rogue with all of those like small minions. And I might not be able to actually do anything about it, but I might tap deck a wild pyro and just like clear everything else. So, you know. Can be a thing. I still want a coin for us to potentially clear in turn 4. Have you tried Triple Blood Starship DK? Yep, that was a previous deck I played yesterday evening. And it was kind of like a blast. I won so many games with it. I think during the stream there was like 3-1, so I kind of like lost one game to some kind of like high roll. But after the stream, I won even more, so... Triple Blood Starship gave me an idea that I don't really need a lot of, like, you know, BBU stuff. I kind of like, BBU provides me only like a Headless Horseman, basically, and a Brittlebone Buccaneer for kind of like extra Starship pieces, like, potentially, right? And that's about it. So I thought, like, why not? Like, wouldn't we just, like, you know, put the cards that actually matter from a BBU with a sacrifice of a Imperial Blood and feel good about it? You know, it's kind of like a great idea as far as I see it. Okay. Yeah, this is more important to die. Maybe it will, like, you know, kill it some way or another. He sacrificed a Harbinger as a Blighted, I'm not sure. So that is Ashaman, right? So he kind of like thinks that, oh, that's how. Okay, that's how you want him. That's decent, I would say. The only card absent is Vampiric Blood, and you don't need health total lots of time in a slower meta like this. You see, it's a little more complicated, right? A little. One sec, let me just like think about the turn here, and I will explain what I think. So that's clear it? No, it doesn't. Unfortunately. Threats don't really clear. Spell damage +1 and just like doesn't work like this.
I'm thinking.
I think it's Arkonite Defense Crystal. He'll probably trade with a 2/5 there. And that's where I will get him right. Let's do that. That's a 3/2 for now here. So it's a little more complicated than the absence, like that you don't really need health. Well, obviously you don't, but a Vampiric Blood just like don't just give you health; it gives you a draw, and it's a spell for 2. And in a Starship, spell for 2 can actually activate a Starship for kind of cheap. Plus, you have a draw from a Vampiric Blood, so it's kind of like a really strong card in a triple blood, like, you know, Starship, Death Knight, Archetype, so far. But still don't have a clear here, eh? Still don't have a clear, but this should do it. This should do it like this, I guess. Cannot kill it with one hit as far as I see it. Well, this is a nice clear zone. Oh my god. That's a GG ring. Well, that's unfortunate. That was a fast one. Like, zero anything for me to do here. Like, zero anything. Like, I couldn't get on the board. Like, I didn't have anything since, like, turn whatever. Yeah. Forgot about our backstabs. So yeah, it's a little more than that. Like, a Vampiric Blood is kind of like a really good spell by itself. It's not like about health. It's about a draw and being cheap, right? So yeah, that's kind of like what makes it really good in a triple blood Starship. But when I tried it, a lot of the times I actually trigger a spell burst from a Starship with a Vampiric Blood, right? And you don't really have a really good 2 mana, like, you know, something, or 3 mana cost spell, like, except like threats. You have Morbid Swarm, but in any other, like, you know, circumstance that is not like to activate a Starship, Morbid Swarm is a really weak card by itself. Just it's not applicable in a late game, for example. Against the Paladin, Sanguine Infestation is actually really strong, but I kind of want my 2 drops, I would say. So yeah, that is the case, you know. You have like really few spells that actually, like, you know, do anything this cheap, you know. And that is why triple blood is kind of like cool. But yeah, the whole point that you don't really have a Headless Horseman, I'm not sure like how critical that is, and that is why I actually wanted to try BBU here. Because I want to understand like how critical Headless Horseman is. If there will be a game where Headless Horseman, for example, wins as a game solo, I would say that BBU is actually a, you know, a 50-50 between like a triple blooded BB and BBU, because this is kind of like can like be better in some circumstances, right? And sometimes that is all you need, right? Let's go. That's the most we could hope for a Brittlebone Buccaneer here. To be annoying and to give a reborn to a Starship piece. It's the most we could hope for, I would say. Okay. Well, he goes out like crazy. There is obviously a Drank Paladin here, right? Yep. Come on. Indeed, okay, sir. Let's see, maybe we'll get a guiding figure from it. Let's do Sanguine after it. Who am I kidding, right? Yeah, right. A guiding figure from from a Soulbound Spire. Give me a break. Well, we kind of need like one more Starship piece, right? We have a guiding figure here. We can like sacrifice it as soon as possible, and it should be kind of fun. Flashlight, oh come on, he will be really fast with his sea shinies. And that's just disgusting, he has like all the cheap ones. All of them. Ancient of Yore is probably like really important here. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Oh, here's a guiding figure, second one. Okay, now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. All we need is kind of like an Orbital Moon right now. Or Strats or something. Oh my god, really? Don't tell me you have a sea shiny for a full-born. Don't tell me that, bro. My god. He probably does, right? Yum. He doesn't even protect it. Oh my god. Doesn't even protect Nessa. He thinks he got this game like rolling for him. Yep, sea shiny full board. Dude, that is like, you know, that is a high roll of a century, bro. Turn 5. That's turn 5, bro. Turn 5. How do you feel about that? I think that's strong. I think that is strong. He still has 288, and I don't really have Wild Pyro. That's how crazy that is. Okay, he plays everything, and we have to check with the Derrat here. This was something playable, and that is a metal detector. Okay, so we go with the Derrat, guiding figure, and see what's up there. Hold on, we have 7 mana and full board player. It's actually something good for us too. Hold on, now we now we have full board player.
I'm thinking.
Do we care about his damage here in our face?
Let me think a second.
Let me think a second, bro. Hold on. We still have like a turn, right? Maybe it's not a Nursal. Maybe you shouldn't just like risk it like this. Maybe we should just like, you know, take an easy step. Let's just take an easy step there. Oh, I actually had to attack a face here, right? Oh. Whatever. Let's see what he plays out. Like, if he plays something here... This is something from turn 0. Don't tell me it's a draw. Come on, bro. Don't do this to me. I need a... Okay, life-saving one. So this is something from turn 0 he didn't even consider playing. That might be a Nursal. Let's check this out. Nope, it's not. Okay. Nope, it's not. So he doesn't have an Ursal, but that is probably a Shellladder though. Resistance to war, no one cares. Even the slightest. He relies heavily on just some like simply top decks. If he doesn't get like a top deck of a combo for Shellladers or plus an Ursal, we'll be good to go here. Battle Cry is triggered twice. If he gets an Ursal, he'll just like play it instantly, I would say. And just go with this one. That's an instant Ursal from him as soon as he gets it. We need to prepare here a little. Just slightly, you know? Maybe we'll just like outlast an Ursal anyway. Oh, feels like he didn't have anything so far. Well, he high rolled like crazy. He spent like everything, but we had a couple of really good decisions in good turns, and yeah, that was pretty good. Our combos that I actually added like a Hero Power, Poison Breath, and the Threads actually won us games there, I would say. It was a final nail in a coffin for him. Like, he pretty much like didn't have anything. I'm not sure what kind of like a card was there since turn like 0 that he didn't want to play. If that was a Shellladder, I still had like something at least. Well, I guess without an Ursal, I was like, you know, it will be not really hard for me to deal with the Rocks Ranger. Let's go for Starship pieces. Okay, that's much better. Let's see if there is a triple blood or maybe don't believe anything else is playable right now. Well, I've seen a Menagerie. Okay, maybe in a Menagerie. Somewhere. Maybe that is actually a BBU hand buff. No, that's a full Menagerie. Yep. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. So... okay, that's pretty cool. You can do a wild pyro turn, which is like, you know, which is really strong. I might actually do it a little later.
Let me think a second.
He might trade off here. Maybe let's give him a guiding figure. How about that? Not like a Brittlebone Buccaneer, but a guiding figure. How about that? I enjoy this idea. Let's go. He'll probably trade it to one and then. Like a Marlock.
The citadel
We'll
stands.
follow. Okay, well, here you go. To trade it exactly what we wanted. Well, Pyro into an Orbital Moon, because now we actually, like, you know, we actually need some health. Before we didn't need that too much. Do we clear fully here? Or do we need a coin? It's turn 4 for him. That's fully clear. Plus it's a full health for us. He'll play 2 Brittlebone Buccaneers next turn, probably. He still needs to, like, spend 2 mana. Or like this, okay. That's fine. Brittlebone Buccaneers should not die. Oh, he might have... Still highly unlikely both of the Buccaneers die here. Let's go. It's a full Menagerie, like, if at least one's, like, survive here. Arkonite Defense Crystal with a Reborn should be like really good. All we need is just like one Soulbound Spire and the game is over for him. Plus that soaks a lot of damage against like an aggro. Passive Brass, no one cares. Marmy, no one cares. You didn't even kill those, right? That's a good boy. That's a good boy right there. Who doesn't care in the world, right? Well, he will try to snipe out a 1-1, obviously. And I guess he will succeed, yeah. But it's really highly likely he will, considering like how many procs of this in he will have. But I got everything I wanted from it, though. Unfortunately, I really hope for a TS advisor, but he is Hans, come on. At least we'll kill him with a horseman. The same crime. Come on, give me Soulbound Spires, everyone. Fine. Give me a Soulbound Spire, please. Just one. Just one. Or give me like a Nightmare Lord Xavius to at least draw him. Another case. That is strong, actually. And we don't really have board clears right now. We need to top deck something at least. Like, we found a really sweet board clear from a wild Pyro, but, you know, we're kind of like running out of resources. He has a full board. That's not a board clear. We can do an Arkonite Defense Crystal. How much damage is it? 5 plus whatever. 5 plus 6. Not too much. But he might have a Menagerie Jack, right? You kinda need to draw like crazy here.
The citadel stands strong.
Exodar. Well, Exodar is, you know, it's fine. Especially when it's near like an Orbital Moon here. But yeah, we need some help. If only any user was an Exodar, obviously like an Arkonite Defense Crystal turn here would be a little better. And that is fine. Oh, here's a Wild Perm. So we have a full board clear now. Corpse Explosion is here too for us. Well, 12. Strong. So many ways to clear the board. Something for 3, this stuff. We should be able to survive, right? Something with a dark, yeah. There might be a charge, some weird one. So it's kind of like max 4 damage. 3 damage from here. Should be fine if we just clear the board. And probably this is like the way to actually clear. Because it costs more and we cannot, like, you know, play while and play something else. So let's just do that. Let's just do that for now. Let's see what we got, bro. Firefly. Another full board of Wick stuff. Okay, what is your 3 cost? You know, 3 cost minions there. I'm not even sure. I guess something was Endless and something with, right? If you do an Exodar, the game should be over. Like, right? I guess an aggro, which we can just like even take house. Like, who cares? Or just get on another Arkonite defense crystal, it might be fine. We have more than enough health this way. Maybe I had to go with another guiding finger just like for an extra, but not sure. It should be more than enough. There should be zero chance in the world he breaks this wall this turn, like considering he has only a top deck as a menagerie. Or land for this since it's okay. We have a charge and just duty copy, okay. Well, as I said, like it was possible for him to have like 4 damage from with a charge here. Observer. Okay. Give me another Exodar. I hope some of that is a freedom trap actually. Give me an Exodar here, please. Yeah. Unfortunate. Come on, top deck a menagerie junk just to make it like, you know, at least a little more interesting why you're not gonna sit in here right away. Sanguine Infestation is actually better because he can now actually get a menagerie jack. Can more claw. Well, thank you, man. That's a thank you, I would say. Oh, as funny as it is, he kind of broke a wall. We are at 45 HP, but you know, he broke the wall, right? I'm not sure why he's still in the game, but let's give him, like, you know, a satisfaction to actually get a quest rolling for him, I guess. I'm not sure. A Rite of Atrocity. Well, it's kind of okay in a menagerie, right? Yep. Well played. Oh, well played, I guess. I'm not sure, like, I did something exceptional here. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like playing the cards right. Did I actually do something, like, you know, something good there? I'm not sure. But, well, yeah, BBU is still, like, doing pretty well so far. Starship just, like, might win by itself, and that's, like, you know, that's something that we all must, like, you know, consider. Nightmare Lord Xavius might just, like, give us an Arkonite defense crystal with a copy. That will be extremely strong. All we need to find is kind of like a guiding figure like till turn 2 for this game to be instantly over if that happens. For us, for example. Like, if we get a top deck of a Guiding Figure, there's that a Soulbound Spire, there's that a Nightmare Lord Xavius into like an Arkonite Defense Crystal with a copy, the game is over. I'll probably still need like an Orbital Moon. He might still have a repackage, right? Okay, maybe not 100% over, but like 90%, right? 90%. Sanguine Infestation is actually really nice. Well, depends on what we high roll from a Spire. I would say we'll see about it. Think about it. It trades off. Interesting. Fully trades off. Oh my god, what a low roll. Needs a... Oh my god, really? What is that garbage done? I mean, you know, at least we have something to play on turn 5, right? I was too excited for like if it actually worked, but it didn't. Sanguine Infestation is kind of like good here. It clears the whole board, by the way. I think it's better this way. Here's an Arkonite Defense Crystal and an Ancient of Yore, okay. I guess that's an Ancient of Yore. After that, a Brittlebone into an Arkonite Defense Crystal. And what do we have here? Just one. Not too bad, I mean. Not too bad. Headless Horseman wasn't. I mean, it's actually fine to do Headless Horseman here. 6-5. You know. Like, do we need some? Well, we need dirty reds, right? Dirty reds. And that's about it. Let's go. I think this is like, you know, on average, a little better turn. Oh, we have a couple of like, you know, turns with starships. Pretty sweet. Prize vendor, okay. Oh, here's an Orbital Moon for us too. That's pretty cool. Ancient of Yore Forum. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I will overdraw, right? Like the last time I checked, we should overdraw. What do we not want to, like, you know, burn? Any starship piece or direct. Everything else is kind of fine. Let's go replica. Let's see if he got a full combo. Probably not yet. Okay. Probably not yet. Fly on the shelves. Kind of a clear. Okay. So now we are overdrawing. He has to play a coin not to overdraw. Kil'jaeden is useless against a Zarimi. Oof. Oof. Oof, bro. Come on, stop, bro. You're playing too well here. Ah, that was. Ooh, that was so bad though. That was extremely bad though. Still has our package somewhere. I'll draw a team from this team. Like, I probably need to play this anyway. Need to play this anyway. So. Exodar is still there. Okay, a couple of illusions, that is nice. Like, he still has a repackage somewhere in his deck. I think one copy, as far as I remember. And we don't really have a Durrat anymore. We have to, like, you know, be really lucky with a snipe of a Durrat here. It's either should be like a Narrowlex or a Zarimi. Like one of the two cards. I don't believe we're that lucky. How do we survive? Well, with the repackage it's pretty much impossible, but... we might try to, like, you know, squeeze in as much draw as possible from our deck and actually increase the chances for us to get a repackage. Not sure. Exodar 4 pieces. How many pieces is that? Oh, a lot. That's a lot of pieces, though. Why did he not attack? He has a full combo already?
I'm thinking.
What is happening out there? He just needed, like, the dragons, right? That's probably why. He just, like, doesn't care.
Let me rest.
He just, like, have zero cares in the world. That's what I think it is. I wanted an Orbital Moon, but, you know...
A recurring dream.
But it is what it is. If he has a repackage, he should probably, like, do it right away. Yep.
What pretty petals!
Pretty petals. Poison Brass. Kinda want, like, kinda want a Durrat. Is that too bad? It might survive a full OVK combo if we just, like, don't play anything. Is that, like, a good idea? We have a lot of board clears. We can actually... I think we can, you know, do that part. I actually had to do heal part. Wouldn't be fun, because I'm not playing anything else. It could be like an extra corpse. Let's see if that matters. Because his area is kind of like 12 health. Not like we care, we have, like, you know, Poison Breath plus a Wild Pyro, but...
Find me in the dream.
let's see what is it. That's probably the last card of his combo. He just needs a little more damage. Just needs a little more damage on me.
The citadel stands strong.
Got in favor for us. Interesting. Do we commit another corpse explosion? I guess we do, right? I think we have a couple. Have to spend some.
I'll beat them all, and they will fall.
So we have 2 board clears of Wild Pyros plus Poison Breath. He has a full combo already in his hand, like we are kind of like fine here. Let's see if we can like, you know, outlast that stuff. Let's see if that happens. Us actually not playing an Orbital Moon there could cost like a lot of armor. Let's see if we can survive that stuff. Should be able to. Should not be like too bad. Now here's the Zarimi.
Need help? Let's give you some extra time.
How much damage is it max? Like, you know, 26,
I am almost
30, 39, 40 something. Who cares, bro? That is not even close to enough damage, them. That is not even close to enough damage. How you doing?
It is finished.
Woohoo! I think he's burning right there, like, you know, down there, bro. Oh my god. I think that is like one of the best, like, you know, possible even wins against Zarimi. Just to, like, you know, for them not to be able to, to kill you. Oh, a Demon Hunter. Not sure if that will be a fast one, though. Let's hope for Starship pieces, I guess. Orbital Moon. Well, Brittlebone Buccaneer. 0 chance in the world that is Menagerie. And it will probably be a Cleave dive, so let's just like hope for Starship pieces, as it is for now. Soulbound Spire, really. Well, if he doesn't have like a really good start, we might punish him big time. Sage. Spectral Sight. He doesn't have a good start, and he didn't hire a Sage, okay. Well, we have a really nice chance of it. Actually win with Starships. And really fast. Yeah, he doesn't have damage from this. That's a Soulbound Spire with a Reborn. After that, an Arkonite Defense Crystal with a Reborn. And another one. And another one. And another one, right? What we need is kind of like a Guardian Figure here. And that's it. And we're good to go. Guardian Figure and Orbital Moon, right? 2 cards. We have an action of Yore to actually draw. That's kind of like a dream start so far, as far as I see it. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Let's see what is up. Let's just like do some damage here. Let's hope for you know, for him not to be able to actually do two damage, like, right? He still has a Wyvern Slumber somewhere, and he still has 50-50. Ah, come on. So I actually had to train. Actually had to train. Just love how lucky they are sometimes. Like, imagine this, like, die here. Oh my god. Let's see what is up. We can play Headless Horseman next turn to destroy 5 power here. Oh my, but I will not like win a 50-50 there. 100% not. I'm still wanting another 50-50 early move. Here's a Guardian Finger for us. Guardian Finger for us. Okay, let's just like kill him. Whatever. Let's heal him full health, right? -2. Strong. Like, who cares? Even if we don't really get an Exodar, we can just like get an Orbital Moon, should be fine. That's all we need so far. Oh, come on, really? I have to like restart? Okay. So what do we do here? Ancient of Yore has a pretty decent start. How much damage is that? That is a lot of damage on 18.
The citadel stands strong.
We need a drum. We need Z-drum. That is actually really good. Annoytron is actually annoying for him. Corpse explosion. We have 11 corpses right now, right? With a hero power, that is 12. 5 plus 3. Oh my god, it's so much damage though. It's 12 from here and 6 here. A lot of damage. 12 into our face, like 100% zone. These two hawks right there is another 6, so it's like 18 damage. 18 damage. And it's kind of like, you know, we pass the turn on that one. Still 8 plus it's 11, right? That's kind of like exactly enough for us to board clear. Is that like a cleave dive? Not sure, like with Ravenous, with ferocious, like, you know, Fellbats, that might not be. Actually, might not be so much damage. Like, we are at 10 HP here, basically. Okay, it's at 15, fine. Sanguine. Well, we don't really have a choice. Well, we do. Like, we can play another one. Can play a couple of Z's to spread out the damage a little. But he'll go face with everything and such, like, just not really better. Just not really better. 11, let me count it again. Yeah. 3 from here and 4 from there. 7, 21 damage. We are at 12 HP, basically. Fine. I don't really like see any better turns than this one, as unfortunate as it is. But that is a sign that we're losing big time. Because 12 HP, and he just played one Ravenous and one Ferocious, right? That's it. He still has like at least one of each, and he still has at least you know, return policies. So and he has a little done really. Okay, I think it's time for this. I think like it's about time. Whatever happens, happens, right? So, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty early huge Starship, right? Huge Starship pretty early. He might just like not have anything to deal with that. We have a lot of damage, by the way. Here's a clear dive. He doesn't have anything that changes, changes the game here, like, basically. Cannot even kill it. Plus it will still, like, summon some 10 drops. And heal us even more. Paraglide, no one cares. Well, you burn a lot of cards for us. Like, I mean, you know, that's your plan to win this game. Okay, well, red card is strong, by the way. But we're still alive. But we are still alive, and that's what matters, right? And that's what matters. Do we need an Orbital Moon here? I guess we do, because this guy will be alive still, right? Don't we have a lethal some way? No, we don't.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, okay. Here's an Exodar for us. Let's go. No Hetron, nice. Well, red card is, you know, was a little annoying, so. He might have a second one and just like keeps it busy for a couple of turns. Not sure if that helps him out like too much. Still have like a Guardian Figure here? Okay, that's pretty good. We need to draw it out. Hopefully. Because that might be extremely important for us. Does he have a Cis in his deck? I don't believe like he should have it, right? Because of a clear dive. You don't really want to get a Cis out. Strong dude. If you're planning to hit that Cine with the face, you actually had to do it first. Like you had to hit a Noetron first there. If you're planning like to actually hit it with a face there. I guess you shouldn't. Okay, it's fine in such a case. Well, he kills almost everything, right? Kills almost everything. We are dealing just 10 damage into his face. Just 10 damage to his face, right? Don't like that. Leaving him at 2. Doesn't have a spell burst anymore, right?
I'm thinking.
You can give it a reborn for one. He might just like have another red card. Don't really want that to happen. Let's just like leave him at 2 HP here. And let's see what he will do. Because like right now another red card just like, you know, doesn't save him so far. He needs to gain health somehow instantly. That is another Bullhawk. I don't believe like he has more. He played so many, like I'm kind of confused here a little. Like if he has any so far left for him. Not sure. 2 of the legendary are dead. Return policy. He needs a Bullhawk, right? To instantly heal. Okay. To at least like survive there. Like he has another one now. Here's a red card as I saw it. Okay. Like you have it says like pretty much, you know, free one. Couple of Ravenuses, okay. Not too bad. This is a board clear right now. Guiding Finger is important for us. But not like, you know, too critical. Dura, interesting. Let's clear that off, I guess.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Let's do that for now. Still have a Horseman hand. Here's a Guardian Finger, and really important for us. Guardian Figure is extremely important because we will now actually activate Death Rattles like yet again. We don't really have any more. Okay, into a tree. I guess here's like almost out, right? That's probably like the last one. Okay. Do we clear the board here? Do not like even care like what happens here. Well, we have the greatest turn of all time, so why don't we just like do that? Oh, come on, seriously? Oh my god, what is this? That was not like really good of him, but it is what it is. Couple of 3/3s, man. Oh my, Shalandra Zone. It's not corrupted, right? Yeah, it's just a dream. That's fine. That's fine this way. Now we can actually clear the board like without a problem. Without any kind of remorse, but he has to like, you know, still train. We still have like a lethal here. Still have a lethal here. He doesn't have a heal anymore. All he has is like armor from those guys. Potentially. Oh, he doesn't have an armor. He is the one with a Hulk, right? Not with Starship pieces. Yeah, he's the one with the Hulk. So he kind of like has actual heal. Okay. Actual heal. Okay. Well, that's a lot of damage. But, you know... I kind of want to clear, like, you know, that's a... 6, 4, 1, 2, 3. Right here, for example, 2, 1. I'm just checking, you know, just checking. No, I don't believe like I have a really good chance without a Wild Pyro plus Poison Brass. Wild Pyro, Poison Brass, Spirit Cradler, and maybe something else, maybe something like a Patches. Maybe we'll make something like an Exodar Spirit cheaper. Pretty sweet. Okay, let's do this. Whatever. Okay, let's see what's up. Shouldn't be able to have a lethal, but he probably has a Kil'jaeden somewhere in his deck, like I think. I think he does. As a Ravenous from return policy. So no Kil'jaeden really. We still have Wildfire plus threats. We can just like clear, we're fine here. We can just clear and kind of like be alive still. Should be fine. Hey kitty, how you doing? And we can't exactly clear. This is a full board clear with a Wild Pyromancer plus threats, right? Have 3 mana left. That can be a Falric, for example. Maybe a Malignant, actually. For some weird reason. Let's go with a Falric, okay.
Sniveling maggot! Fasten your seatbelt! I must know!
Okay, so what do you have left here for me, bro? Kind of believe this is fine. I don't need a Wild Pyro anymore, like, you know, and a 3-2, like, 2-4 is kind of better. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Well, did pretty well. We lost only one game against like whom? Well, against the Pyro. Let's see. Let me check it out. Against whom did we lose? Against Rock. Okay, against a high roller Rock where we couldn't like do anything on turn 5, and he just like won out of it, right? So we could like, you know, top 100. Hey Zarimi, how you doing out there? So we just lost against like a Rock, who just like, you know, spams the whole board on turn 5 and we just like couldn't clear even with threats. As simple as that. Yo bro. So yeah, the deck is quite awesome. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the corner right there. You know, if you didn't sub yet, make sure to do so. If you like the decks that I make, like if you like all of that stuff that is happening out there, check the join button. Maybe like, you know, maybe you'll like that too and enjoy Conan even more, and plus you will support a streamer, you know, and that is what matters. That is what matters, like the most. But for now, that is it for a BBU Starship Death Knight.